After yesterday's video, I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I am excited to test these champions out. Let's jump in on the test server here. Hey guys, MtgJedi here. How you doing today? It's test server time. We have the Fragment Fusion here, Zinogre Blademaster, as well as the other champions as well. I'm going to be using, I have no idea how to say this, Nergigante Archer. We're just going to call her the Archer, obviously. And then pretty sure I'm skipping the worst one, which is the Alatreon Blademaster? Altreon. He looks and sounds like a transformer. I don't know what you want from me. But like what are we playing him? What are we using him for? Like, he has a nice increased defense shield ability and they're protected buffs, but like, I don't know, he cleanses? I feel like he just doesn't do enough. It's not that he's bad, and like, if you were hurting for a support champion, like, he would be alright. I just don't feel, I don't know. He looks cool, but I don't feel like he is going to really be useful as much as the other champions. So, let's look at the Fragment Fusion first, okay? She's so cute. She is so cool looking. I like her a lot, okay? I'm definitely gonna go for her. I think she's very good. I do not know how her multipliers are yet or how well she's gonna perform, but like, even if she has bad multipliers, her kit still seems good. And like, if you saw yesterday's video with Fatalis, the whole point of his kit is geared around doing damage, and he doesn't do good damage. That's my whole point. So if you didn't see yesterday's video, very detailed and thorough overview of this guy, make sure you go back and check that out. A lot of you did see that video. As for today, I want to focus on this chick, and I tried to put more mid-game gear on her, okay? I'm not going to say that it's like the easiest gear of all time, because, you know, like, I handpicked all of these so that they fit pretty well together, but just like, think about the overall stats here. Like, 4,700 attack. That's not crazy, right? Now, 261 crit damage, maybe that's too high, you can't get that. 228 speed, like, we want her to be a bit fast, and her accuracy is definitely too low. I'm just going to tell you, her accuracy is too low. For Brutal Hydra, where I want to test her. And we may have to bump down to Hard. We'll see, okay? I think a lot of this team is good to go for Brutal, but, you know, I don't know for sure, because I want to give you guys my live reaction. I did book both of the champions. Everybody on the team's going to be booked, basically. And here are the masteries that I chose for her. No, we went with Giant Slayer. And I think that I like these masteries a lot for her. My only question is, should we be doing singled out, or should we come over here to Arcane Celerity? Pretty close. We probably should have gone with Arcane Celerity, if I'm being honest with you. But I'm sure you don't need me to have more speed in my team. Let me know what you think. Are these stats accessible? Should I have been putting her in Relentless? These are questions that I have. Should I have just stacked her? Just giant piles full of damage? Maybe we can do that later if we have time. You let me know what you feel, okay? This is what I decided to do. Now, the Archer, I did kind of stack some damage. Like, this is like a reasonable build that I would use on my account for Hydra, okay? And I might use her in another team. I think she's the best of all of them. I think she's the best one, okay? Not only does she look cool, she's like Scylla the Drake's sister, but also her kit is ridiculously good. At the moment, I don't like her A1. Okay, I don't like it. I don't think that's going to be helpful with increased accuracy, and in fact, I think it's going to harm the situation. She's going to have a random increased accuracy buff, nobody else is going to have increased accuracy, and then she's going to get targeted by mischief. She has no resistance. That's what I think is going to happen. Weaken, increase speed, increase attack. I was just double checking, make sure we didn't have increased accuracy from somewhere else. But it's possible we would want a champion in here who does increase accuracy. And that could be like our recent pickup Gwendolyn, okay? Because she has this increased accuracy ability. But that's a pretty big overlap, okay? So I don't know, maybe we would want somebody else who does that. But either way, I don't like her A1 at the moment. Now, her A2 is legit. If you're on waves or in arena, you have AoE stun. Hold on. I'm still struggling with this whole whatever's going on here, so apologies. If you're in arena, she has AoE stun. If you're using her in waves, AoE stun. On the bosses, she does the decreased speed. Like, that's an ability right there. A customizable ability. And a turn meter fill, okay? Then the A3, oh my goodness, this is the stuff my dreams are made of right here. AoE Hex and Provoke, except if it's a boss, it's for 2 turns instead. Literally, this is everything I need in Hydra right here in one ability, okay? And then she's going to be healing people. Okay. Increases her defense each time this champion receives a hit from an enemy under Hex. Stacks up to 30%. This is such a good ability. It is such a good kit. I love everything about her. I need to get her, okay? What Plarium says, what Monster Hunter says, where's the... Okay, what they're saying about getting these champions is that obviously the Blademaster is going to be the fragment champion. The Archer can be gotten from shards and in-game activities. Are they going to have like a champion training where you win the Archer? If so, I'm in. I'm going to try to get her, okay? The same thing they say about the Blademaster from yesterday. No. Okay, you can only get the Blademaster from yesterday from shards. That's kind of crappy. The one that I'm showing you today, this new guy, same thing as like these two, both in-game activities. We don't know what those are yet, okay? But, you know, ending on February 27th. So sometime this month or next month, there are going to be ways to get them. I'm hoping, Plarium, listen, I'm hoping that we'll have a progressive chance event for them. That would be cool, okay? And then that would allow us to pick the ones we want. The right choice is the Archer, okay? The right choice is the Archer. Let's come over to Hydra and take a look here, because I think these champions are just really well suited for that, okay? The guy yesterday, I think he should be well suited for Arena, but again, his multipliers are just not there. So, let's take a look here. In our team, we have, I think, covered all of our bases. We have Shamail. Oh, I meant to show the Shamail build, because a lot of people were asking about the Shamail build. I'm going to have to pull that up. 1 second. All right, take a look at the gear on him, because you should be doing this on your account, okay? Crit damage with either attack percentage, crit rate, or crit damage are the best. Unless you have an HP or defense-based champion, then you could have HP percent or defense percent. Same thing over here, attack percent with HP percent to help him stay alive, okay? It's an instinct chest piece. I did have him in instinct at one point, but this was just what I needed for survival, and, you know, it's two rare pieces, right? But they're both good. So this is the type of things you should be looking for. And then speed with a lot of attack percentage here, okay? His base attack is only 1288, so you kind of got to work hard to get that attack up. And remember with his kit, though, here, he's going to ignore 25% of the target's defense and 25% more for each buff. So your goal is 3 buffs on him. If you're not getting the damage that you want out of him, it's possible it's because of the buffs and not the build. Okay, and then we have 2 pieces of kill stroke. You know, they just have a lot of crit rate on them. And then we have a weapon that's an offset piece as well, with just like all the stats that I need. And last but not least, try to get crit damage on crit damage, okay? I don't have him built for accuracy, but you definitely can, and it's good, okay? So you can see like 294 crit damage, 5400 attack is pretty reasonable for a late game build, okay? I'm not even saying this is like the best I could make it. I haven't re-geared him in a while, but what I am saying is these are stats to strive for. 203 speed, I don't know. I think it's fine for him to be the slowest in the team. I have Cruelty, and then slide me over again. Giant Slayer. Very similar masteries to our other Fragment champion. Okay, so now let's dive into the actual Hydra fight and see how these champions work. Okay, so with the team, we have basically all of our bases covered here, okay? We don't have a lot of buffs that we're putting up, but on our Blademaster, she's going to bring the weaken, okay? I think it would be cool if we could fit a counterattack champion in this team, but maybe that's too difficult. A lot of times I get screwed if I put counterattack in a team. She has AoE increased speed, even though her attack is a single hitter. For a 4-hit champion that boosts her turn meter, she gets increased speed on all allies, which is sick. Then she has another 4-hitter, and she places increased attack on herself. She's going to do leech and decrease attack. She just combined so many things together. I was like, oh, I need a decrease attack champion. No, don't need it. And then she's going to help keep herself alive. It's just so good. She's going to boost her damage. I don't like her aura. I really don't like her aura. Maybe they think she's going to be a Fire Knight champion. That could be true. I think she'll be definitely helpful for Fire Knight. Maybe even Fire Knight hard, we'll see. But her kit, really, really good. Then, obviously, over here, we have the decrease speed, we have the Hex, and the Provoke, okay? Then, Mikage is going to bring the ally attack. She's going to increase the duration of what buffs we do have, and that just adds a lot. It really adds a lot to the fight. And then, Ugo, I love the decreased defense block buffs, right? And then the little heal and cleanse, it's very nice. And she can place the leech on the A1, all right? I try to use an accessible build of Ugo here, alright? But for Brutal Hydra, remember, your goal is over 250 speed. If you're not hitting your champions over 250 speed with the right stats, then that's probably why you're struggling in Brutal, okay? We already talked about Shamael. He's going to cleanse all those fears. He's going to bring a little bit of damage. And then I brought Kaja here, okay? Would Elva be better in this team? I'm not actually sure about that, okay? We might end up putting her in the lead, the speed in all battles, but I just want to boost our Fragment Fusion champion and see what she can do, okay? But what is she going to do here? She has a heal on her A1. She has the Revive, which is going to put increased crit rate and, more importantly, increased crit damage. But she has the Cleanse here, okay? She has the Cleanse with the block debuffs, which is the point. That's the reason why I'm putting her in here, is she has a Revive, Cleanse, and Heal, okay? So she's kind of like our support. Is this team good enough for Brutal? I don't know. We're going to see. We might have to drop down to Hard, but let's jump in here and take a look and see what's going on. Let's see how much damage these champions can do. If you have ally attack and whatnot in your teams, just A1. What happened there? I don't... Okay, somebody's going to have to tell me. Somebody's going to have to tell me. Oh, the other thing I like about Kaja is she boosts the turn meter. Alright, we want to start out with the Hex and Provoke. Oh my goodness, that ability is just so good. Okay, I accidentally A1'd the boss here, I think. Okay, decrease defense, block buffs. And then I always try to kill the Head of Decay, because he's just so annoying. Maybe I don't need to worry about that with the 2-turn Provoke. And then we're right back around to the turn meter boost again. Oh, I know why. Okay, because of the increased speed. Okay, so let's see what she can do here. Okay, so 4 hits for 30k each. So that's like 120. Okay, and the Archer is not doing any damage either. So at the moment, it seems like none of the new champions do good damage. Is that how it seems to you guys? And then, oh, MtgJedi in this team extending their buffs? Or their debuffs, I mean? Jeez. Like, look, okay, look. Did you see? Okay. Let's think about this, okay? Let's take a look here. Here's a 40... I mean, we're getting 120 out of her mid-game gear. That's not bad. What is this A1 going to do? 78k? I mean, I don't care if the Archer does no damage, guys, because her kit is ridiculously good. But we might struggle for damage here. We might struggle for damage here. Does this Ugo not the one with the blessings? That could be. This team might not have enough damage. Like, we might need... I guess we're trying here to get a lot of damage out of MtgJedi and just, like, add it up. I used Ugo's Miracle Heal too early. I did. Yeah, I did. And we'll just keep targeting here. I wonder how much damage these champions will do on a decapitated head. And we do have a lot of hex damage that we're going to be getting here as well. Man, the provoke. Oh my goodness. I need this Archer. I need this Archer so bad. Okay, what ability am I missing that this Blademaster just gets extra attacks? What ability am I missing here? Maybe I mean, do I not need a reviver? I mean, I don't have the Head of Wrath out here yet. I'm going to definitely need a reviver, okay? I'm going to definitely need a reviver. So let's leave her in the team. At the moment, this seems solid. And then if I had somebody in here who was, like, doing real damage, or maybe, like, okay, so, like, thinking about all of the champions that I could use, right? So, some upgrades for this team. If I was going to build, like, the best team around these champions, I would probably replace Ugo with... Okay, I targeted the wrong head there. We got only 2 weak hits. All right. I would probably replace Ugo with Venus. Venus would give me a lot of damage with the HP burn, and she does pretty good damage. I mean, this is brutal, right? 295, and we're killing heads. There's 2 heads down. We got counterattacks for days over here. Does MtgJedi only brings a Shadowkin to help. That is not helping. I like the A1 weaken, okay? My thought process was, okay, let's go Ugo for block buffs and decreased defense, and then we'll go with the Fragment Champion Blademaster for the weaken, okay? It would also be good if we had a Mischief tank, right? And then the Cleanse here, the block debuffs, it's a very, very solid team, okay? And you can replace champions with different people, you know, if you need to, but I think that this is really good. And also, the Giant Slayer is going to be really good. Did we not land decreased speed on them? Man, crappy. Shamail going to put some damage on the decapitated heads. And then with the ally attack, like, all of that really adds up. Somebody did 400,000. Let me see this here. Wow. Did you see that? That was 150k per hit with decreased defense and weaken with mid-game gear. Okay, let this play out, and let's see how much damage we can do. We might just die to the Head of Wrath in this team. Okay, I don't think so, but we might. Let me just let this play out, and we'll see what we end up with. And then I think I'm going to re-gear. I think I'm going to re-gear her with some, like, stronger gear and see if we can get some, like, legit damage out of her. But this will give you a good comparison. Like, I feel like this is still going to one key on Brutal. So let's see if I'm right. Let's see if we can get there. We might need a little bit more defensiveness. And Ugo's going to need to land block buffs on Head of Wrath, who's the wrong affinity. So we're going to have some struggles to overcome. So that might prevent us from hitting the... That might prevent us from hitting the one key, but I think that we will. I mean, my intention was for us to do that. Okay, that was Shamail. I was going to say, we did not get it. All right, let me just stay in here. MtgJedi, you're switching forms. We don't understand why you're doing that. Let me just stay in here for a second because we're about to die. This is an example of... Ooh, we can remove the buffs. That was actually really helpful. Good job, MtgJedi. It was an accident, but good job. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, everybody's dead. As I suspected. Everybody is dead. Now, the Fragment Champion prevents her death and then does more damage. So that's cool. Can she revive more than one person? All dead allies. So that is a reasonable thing, but then I don't really have a good healer. I don't have a good way to remove those buffs. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, let me come back and let's get another... Okay, wait. Pause. Getting ahead of yourself. Okay. End the battle. Look at the damage. Okay. So on Brutal, you could see the difference in the level of gear, right? The Blademaster, my Fragment Champion over here, has the same amount of damage as the Archer and only a little bit less than Shamail. Shamail's got the best gear by far, and she has the best, like, percentage of damage based on her gear. So let me figure out another team to bring in here, another variation, because I like a lot of what's going on here, but I think that we need a little bit more help. So let's regroup. I'm going to put some better gear on her. I think she can hit. So let's test that. Okay, so the video is going a little bit long, but I don't care because I want to get you the information. So what I did was I put 30 more speed on, a little bit more crit damage, and, some more attack. But I'm still saying in Savage, but I also added Perception here so that I could get more accuracy so that we could more clearly land those debuffs. But I wanted just you to be able to see the comparison of the stats here, okay? And one thing that I think is going to be a little challenging with her, I guess, is getting her attack stat up. Because, like, I have some attack really stacked in here. I guess this is defense instead of attack, but, like, I have the flat attack in there, and, like, these are things that I would probably use Dust to try to find the right stats for, and then that could really propel this build. But I think a lot of you are going to be mad at me because you can't get these stats. But tell me, like, is this an achievable build for you? In Savage, 258, 5598, 277, 383 accuracy. Is that an achievable build? You let me know. Now let's go set up the team. Okay, I tried a couple different versions of this team on Brutal, and it just didn't seem like this combination of champions or slotting them into this team setup was going to work for Brutal. I would need, to start dumping Void Legendaries in there. I don't want to do that, okay? So I think that maybe either Shamail would need to come out for maybe a cleanser and a reviver. Then you could put like Monkey King in or something. I don't know. Like, this rotation is really awkward for most of the block buffs champions. So it could just be that. Like, inevitably what ended up happening on Brutal was the Head of Wrath comes in, we don't have block buffs on him, sometimes we don't have decreased attack, and he just wipes the team. So it's hard to control the Head of Wrath with a lot of the block buffs champions whenever he's red. That's why I like Monkey King so much. But either way, I settled on this setup right here for hard. And we are going to test that and see how that goes. I think that this is a lot of accessible, or mostly accessible champions. Like, these are a lot of free champions, fusions. Hopefully there's going to be a good way to get the Archer, because so far I've been really impressed. So let's jump in. I'm not going to, play through the run or anything. We'll come back on the damage screen and see how well this team does. Okay, not bad. All right, we got 30 million out of Blademaster number Z, and we got 31 million out of Archer. And then Shamail coming in as well. And I wouldn't say that we really have a damage dealer in here. Like, the Blademaster is trying to be our damage dealer. And you can see I did bump down to hard. I was having a hard time with survivability on brutal with this setup, okay? And I think that that's just because of both of these champions in the team, but I'm not sure. Maybe I just didn't quite fit the puzzle pieces in the right way. But either way, I think both of these champions are amazing, and I might do some more content on both of them. Blademaster, I think, is just so flexible. Her kit is very good, well suited for a lot of different content. Archer is like the perfect Hydra champion. I love her so much. She reminds me of a Thundercats hero, the space space police officer? I forget what her name is. But with the mask and stuff. Anyway, that's beside the point. We'll end the video there. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. What do you think about these two champions? If you appreciate this content, the best way you can help me out here and help yourself out is by hitting the like button and putting a comment there so other people can see it also. Last but not least, I don't want to undervalue 5.6 million in heals from the Archer. She is healing so much. So much. Anyway, that's it. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Enjoy and good luck.